What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. So this week we're going to be talking about how to bump our goats and why I really try to encourage girls to bump their goats up instead of trying to lift through their back or upper body. So when I go to bump my goat, we're just going to talk about how we do it first. All it is just taking my knees. So obviously we start with contact in our flank, but all it is just taking our knees out and then right back into our goat. Now, whenever I say that, I do want to place my knees in a certain position, or not really certain, but below a certain line in order to make sure that this is an efficient bump. So if I try to bump this goat like really high up in this goat's, I don't know, in the upper part of its belly is what I'm going to say, up towards like the upper part of the ribs, up towards the spine, I'm not going to get really much help on this bump. So what I want to try to do is hit this goat about the midline. So like right around where its flank is, essentially where really your knees should be whenever you go to flank. And I also don't want to bump super low because then I might not have any contact and I'm just hitting this goat with like my thigh or something, which isn't going to be effective at all. So when I do this, guys, come over here. When I do this, obviously this is my starting position. If you're in a straddled position, you're only going to have one knee in. So you can do that with just one knee. But all I'm going to do is start in this position and then take it out and then bump it right back in. Now, whenever I do this, I want to make sure that I am pretty firm in my bump. Like, I don't just want to like tap this goat. Like, that's not going to do anything. So I really want to make sure that I've got a lot of force behind it to help me bump this goat up. So something that I want to show you real quick. So if I try to flank this goat with my upper body, what I kind of feel is that it kind of slows my flank down. That was a terrible flank, but it also felt weird flanking with my upper body. But it feels a lot slower to me, especially on a goat that's got a little bit of a weight to it. And so I really like to use my knees to kind of help create a faster flank, but it's also an easier flank. Like, I am not trying to start this flank with my upper body, which essentially 99% of us, I'm sure, are stronger in our lower body than what we are in our upper body. So why wouldn't we use something to our advantage whenever we can? So again, I start in flanking position. If you straddle, same thing. You're just going to use one knee. But I'm going to take my knees out and then right back into my goat. Okay? Just like that. And then I continue on with my flank. So some of the reasons why I like to bump my goat instead of pulling with my upper body is, one, I'm a lot stronger. I also feel a lot more stable this way. Like, I'm staying in a squatted position. And so whenever I stay squatted, I'm already lower to the ground, which is only going to help my flank be even faster. So a lot of girls, whenever they come to me, they complain about like having like their back hurting after a few ties with me. And so I'm like, well, an easy way to fix that is, bumping this goat up with your knees. And that fixes the issue for them. So if you've got a lot of back pain, you're pulling this goat up, which your back muscles are not used to doing, and eventually you're going to have a lot of back pain from it. So I really like to teach girls to drive their knees into this goat in order to help them get it up. Also, a lot of girls, especially like the little ones, you put them on a goat that's a little bit bigger than what they should probably be flanking, they have a hard time trying to reach over a goat and get that goat up. Whereas I can get them situated, sitting down, and really drive through that goat with their knees, and they have no issues flanking whatsoever. And so I feel like there's just a lot of great utilization all the way around, from littles all the way up to girls that are trying in college, that get a lot of great results out of using your knees. So hopefully this helps you at least some whenever you're flanking, but definitely try to bump your goat up with your knees to see if that helps your flanks at all. Most girls that I've tied with, they have found that it does. If they don't find that it helps them, then they must have like a really weird way, or usually just not willing to learn how to flank with their lower body. But either way, give it a try if you're really struggling with your flanks. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'm always here to help, watch your videos, whatever it may be. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, and share this video with people that may need help as well. Because the only thing we're trying to do is just grow this channel and to get more knowledge out to other goat tyers for free. Because I know that not everyone can pay to go to a clinic and, you know, pay big money for stuff like that. So we're just trying to do what's best for others and try to keep it as practical as possible. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch y'all next week with another video. Yeah? Are you saying bye? Yeah? Don't let that goat get you.